Hello everyone, it's Dan from Fulton Road. Welcome back. This is video number 44 for July of 2024. Later on I'm going to be talking about switch list generator again and how I changed some parameters, and I will show you how I did that. There are some video clips which relate directly to my discussion about switch list generator, and then there are some additional clips and pictures which relate to a later operating session. Thanks again for stopping by. Have you ever been in that situation where you thought you understood something and then you went back to find out more about it and you discovered that you were overlooking some basic things? Well, that happened to me recently with this spreadsheet. So I want to talk about some problems I encountered because I changed the parameters on this spreadsheet, and specifically I changed these three up here. I don't know if you can see my pointer, but excess delivery probability, which is 5, leave occupied probability, which is 4, and frequency basis, which is 7. Now I've got the spreadsheet opened up so you can see all of the cells, and what I found was that I was cycling through it just to see that it was working okay when I made the change, because for the longest time, so what's the change that I made? I changed these parameters here, and I also changed the parameters in the frequency column, which I'm pointing to with my cursor. Here's an older spreadsheet that I prepared last year at the end of October. If you look at these, excess delivery probability is 10%, leave occupied probability is 20%, and frequency basis is 25. And then the frequency in the frequency column, these are all different. Some are low and some are high. The highest is 15 at spot 1 for Mohawk Western, and the lowest is 2 at spot 5 for WSI. So I wanted to see if I could get more traffic, and so I reread the instructions, which are very well written, by the way. It just takes a while for them to make sense, and I believe you have to use the spreadsheet a few times for things to start to make sense in terms of how this works. One of the things Mr. Rosenberg tells you is that the lower the numbers here, but in particular frequency basis, which I have set at 7, and the frequency column, which is, as you'll see now, I've changed. This is the July 19, 2024 spreadsheet. It's the last one I operated, I believe, or I may have done one after this, but I wanted to use this one to talk about. I've evened these out, and they are mostly at 9, but I have some variation at WSI. So I was telling you that I was cycling the spreadsheet. And the way you do that, by cycling I mean you have it shuffle everything so that you get a new spreadsheet. So when you finish one, you want to cycle it to generate a new spreadsheet, and you do that by hitting F9. So let me hit F9 a number of times, and you'll see some changes. All right, that's probably enough. What I noticed, not with this spreadsheet, but with another one, was that there was no cycling going on for spot 4 at WSI. And the reason was that there was no formula in the count column for that cell. There was no formula in the pickup column, and there was no formula in the deliver column. And the formulas are up here. You highlight the cell, and whatever is in that cell shows up. So this one has a formula. The pickup cells have formulas, and the count cells have formulas. And that's what allows the spreadsheet to work. I don't know what the operators mean. I'm not very savvy about spreadsheets, but mine were blank. So what I did is I took a formula from a cell that I wasn't using. Let's see where there is one. See if I have one. Apparently I've used them all, so, or I cleared them, at least out of this one. But I cut and pasted them to the appropriate cells, and I got the spreadsheet to work again. Anyway, how do you open and close this spreadsheet? And why do you open and close it, or show and hide all of the cells? So this is open. If I were to print this, it would take 2 sheets of paper to print all of this, which can be unwieldy when you are operating. So I want my spreadsheet on 1 sheet of paper so it's easy to look at. I also want to be able to read it, because I'm old and I wear glasses and I still can't see. You highlight, so this is open or showing, highlight the cells you want to hide. In this case it's C through G. Go to Format, Column, Hide. To show them, it's the reverse. Highlight the columns around the ones you want to show. Go to Format, Column, Show. So that's it. That's what I wanted to share with you. I hope this helps you if you use this spreadsheet. This is the only switch list I've ever used. I've not used any of the commercially available ones. However, I was gone the first 2 weeks of July on vacation, and I'll show you a couple of pictures and videos from the trip, which I hope you will enjoy. But when I came back, I was invited to an operating session at a husband and wife team's home, and they built a beautiful N-scale layout. And so I got to operate on that, and I became more interested in operating my layout. Now, he uses a completely different system than I use, but it was just great being able to enjoy the hobby with other people and see what other people are doing. This was an N-scale layout. It was set in the 1950s. It was beautifully done, and I had a great time. And so I haven't done much in terms of building or doing anything on the layout itself. It's been blazingly hot in Southern California these last few days, and I will eventually get back to that, but right now my interest is high with regard to operating the layout. So if you operate, I hope you are enjoying yourselves, and I also hope you're enjoying your summer. Thank you.